All right, good morning. We'll call the Tippecanoe County Drainage Board meeting to order. The first item on the agenda is the approval of the March 18th regular meeting minutes.
Mr. President, move to approve them as presented.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any additional corrections or additions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That passes. All right, our only project today, Purdue Wildlife Area Animal Care Building.
Yes, I think Cameron with Schneider Corporation is here to present.
That's right. Cameron Seymour with the Schneider Corporation. This is a Purdue educational facility out in Tippecanoe County near the Warren County line off of 26. It's just one building using an existing gravel parking lot. We're going to put in a dry pond to the south and have the water discharge south towards 26. It's a pretty small project, and if you have any questions, I'm here to answer.
Very well, Cameron. We did review the project. We're currently recommending construction approval. As Cameron stated, it does have a dry detention basin. They're approximately disturbing 0.72 acres, so it's under an acre. They own 80-acre parcel there, so I don't see any damages to anyone else, and they're very minimally changing the existing drainage pattern. So we're ready to recommend approval, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
So on the drawing, where is that dry detention?
Yeah. So Cameron,
Is that on the northwest corner there?
No, it's right there on the southwest corner. Brenda, if you can zoom in there.
I see it. Okay.
Yeah, do you see it, Tom? It's kind of triangular there.
Yeah, right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's clear for Brenda as she types these up. The dry detention basin is located south and southeast of the proposed structure.
And I'm assuming that there isn't any public comment. Would you like to comment on this project?
I live right next door. I didn't know we could do anything out there. The only thing I've got to say.
Well, could you come to the microphone so it could be recorded? And please state your name and address for the record.
Kenny Kirker, 2221 North, 750 West. The only thing that I have to say is that drains into a county drain that you guys were working on here before. So other than that, I don't know if they understand that or not, but that's the only thing I noticed. You know, it drains south across 26. Well, that goes into the,
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of it, but goes down southward.
Yes, it does.
So
I'm drawing a blank on the name of that drain too, Kenny.
It's just a little one, and I know you had problems with how much ground it actually drained, but that's part of it too.
Yes, you're right, it is. Overland. So this, you're right, Kenny, it's in the watershed. The name of the drain escapes me, but we have worked on it. We've done some work on the open ditch and the tile, but that system that you're referring to is in good shape. I have no reason to believe that we're having any difficulties. But this site discharges ultimately into the roadside ditch under 26, which is the way it naturally drains now. So they're restricting the release rate, Kenny, so per the ordinance, so I don't see any problems there. But yes, Kenny is correct, and we did look at that, and I see no problems.
Okay. Any questions from the board? If not, I'll entertain a motion for approval of the construction.
Mr. President, I move that we approve the construction approval with the Burke memo dated March 26.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That passes. All right, other business. Storm sewer easement for the city of Lafayette.
Yes, there is a petition to encroach on the branch 11 that accompanies this same project. I wrote, it came in after the agenda was posted, but for the sake of keeping everything together, I put it on here. I have reviewed it, but this storm sewer easement and associated petition to encroach on Branch 11 is associated with the Park East Boulevard Extension Project. And help me out, do you hit the play button to operate this?
The very bottom one.
Yeah. There it is, yes, okay, very well. Sorry, this is my first time using this particular piece of equipment. So as you can see on the screen, Haggerty Lane is to the north, running east and west. State Road 38 is on the south here, running northwest and southeast. Park East Boulevard is generally here on the right side of the screen where my arrow is pointing. This project, the city is currently working on extending Park East from this existing stub southwesterly to connect into State Road 38. That extension requires a storm sewer to be installed for the road and also off-site water from the east to pass through here so the road doesn't act as a barrier or dam. And so what is being proposed is that a trunk line or main storm sewer line be ran, excavated and installed in the ground across the commissioner's property, which the Board of Commissioners owns this detention basin, which is part of the Elliott system, Branch 11 specifically. But the easement is across the property that the Board of Commissioners owns over to the new Branch 11 tile that was constructed a few years ago by this board. And the petition to encroach is the petition to encroach upon this 75-foot or 150-foot altogether easement of this new Branch 11 tile to connect, physically connect that storm sewer into the new Branch 11 tile. So as I said, these documents go together. I'd recommend the board approve them together for the sake of clarity. I'm happy to answer any questions, but that is the gist of this project.
And that tile's large enough to accept that additional water?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, certainly. Mm-hmm. Yes, we designed it to handle everything in that watershed, so, and we did look at that, yes.
Okay.
So just for the record, the easement's been approved by the Board of Commissioners, and really all you need to approve is the petition to encroach is the Drainage Board.
Oh, okay. So we don't have to, okay.
Yeah, the easement, I think I advised you to hold off on signing it until this body had approved the petition to encroach, so that you didn't give them an easement that ultimately couldn't be used for what they wanted.
So with that, Mr. President, I would move that we approve the petition to encroach.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
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 Those opposed? That passes. Anything else, Zach?
Yes, I have one additional petition to encroach. This one is on the J. and Kirkpatrick regulated drain from Mr. Vickers, who lives immediately downstream or west of the 18th Street corridor or bridge on the J. and Kirkpatrick. He is wanting to install a basketball court at grade, and by doing so will encroach upon a regulated drain easement, I think about 20 feet. I have reviewed it. He did fill out the petition, provided an exhibit. I did review it. As long as the court and any accessory items stay at grade, I do not see it blocking the flow of water. And so the caveat to the approval of this petition is that anything that they do that encroaches in the easement would stay at grade so it does not block the flow of water. Other than that, I'm happy to recommend approval and happy to answer any questions.
Okay. Any questions in regard to that encroachment?
So move.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve that encroachment. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed? That passes. Anything else?
That is all I have today.
All right, and then we need to give it a few seconds for any public comment. Is that correct?
Watching YouTube.
While we're waiting for the delay to see if there's any public comment, I will report that Dave Eichelberger sent me a message saying, I wish I could be there. And Dave must be viewing it. Good morning, Dave.
Morning, Dave.
Done. All right. No public comment, so we'll take a motion.
Move to adjourn.
We're adjourned. And then the public hearing on the drain will start here in just a few minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Cameron. Yep, take care.
Good morning. We'll call the Tippecanoe County Drainage Board public hearing for the Jeremiah Edwards regulated drain to order. I will turn it over to Surveyor Beasley.
Very well. Good morning and thank you. I'll begin by reading my reconstruction report. Jeremiah Edwards, drain number 130, reconstruction report dated March the 26th of 2020. The Jeremiah Edwards drain was originally established in January of 1911 by the Tippecanoe County Superior Court, case number 9670, file box 406, mortgage record 96, page 78. In 1972, a maintenance hearing was held by the Tippecanoe County Drainage Board with landowners present, but the meeting minutes are unclear as to why a maintenance rate was not established at that time. Currently, the regulated drain does not have a maintenance fund. The drain consists of 394 acres and is located in sections 34 and 35 of Township 24 North and Range 6 West, sections 2 and 3 of Township 23 North and Range 6 West in the political township of Shelby, Tippecanoe County, Indiana. This reconstruction project will consist of 3,351 lineal feet of 24-inch tile, 1,700 lineal feet of 18-inch tile, 1,400 lineal feet of 14-inch tile, and 1,625 lineal feet of 10-inch tile. The installation of this infrastructure will provide positive drainage in the watershed. It is a recommendation of the Tippecanoe County Surveyor that a sum of $247,775.00 is needed to reconstruct the existing tile drainage system. A reconstruction assessment rate of $127 per acre and a $50 minimum over a 5-year period are recommended. This will generate $249,572.24 over a 5-year period. Assuming the reconstruction project has been completed after 5 years, the per acre assessment will be lowered to a maintenance rate of $7.50 per acre and a $25 minimum over an 8-year period are recommended. This will generate $23,813.13 over an 8-year period. It is the professional judgment of the Tippecanoe County Surveyor. These rates will allow for the needed reconstruction and provide funds for future maintenance on this tile drainage system. Respectfully submitted, Zach Beasley. I would also add real quickly that this was driven by a petition by the landowners, number one. Number two, I have met with the landowners that signed the petition and a few others. By and far, my understanding is there's 75–80%, if not more, of the benefited acres that are in favor of this project. So I'm happy to answer any questions, but I turn it over to the board and for public comment.
Okay, are there questions from the board?
This is a total reconstruction. I mean, you're basically
Yes.
putting all the old tile, putting everything in, or
Yes.
running next to it, or whichever you're saying.
Absolutely. So as I mentioned, I will refer to the exhibit on the screen for the board and landowners in the audience and on virtual reality here. So as I stated, we are in Shelby Township in Tippecanoe County, which is in the northwest corner of the county. At the north side, just right off of the screen on this map, is US 52. As if you're heading northwest, you'd be going to Otterburn or Fowler. Otterburn is the next stop along the way. This is County Road 800 West. That's north and south right here on the edge, northeast edge of this exhibit. And as you see, the watershed starts there at the road and then traverses along that black line and so on and so forth and comes back around. And so everything that's shaded in blue, if folks can see that, is the watershed. And so that watershed is delineated by the contours or the surface of the earth. Rainwater falls on it, water falls on that black line. It goes into this system. There's an existing county regulated drain here that, as I think I stated, early 1900s it was installed. It never had a maintenance fund on it. I think they tried at one point in time and that was unsuccessful. This tile has basically become dilapidated and fell apart in this lower area. Currently, the tile system is blowing water to the surface approximately at this location, which is the watershed or the property line between Mr. Gutwein's farm here and I think Mr. Kirker here on the west side. And so it's blowing up, running across the surface of the ground, but eventually it makes its way across the surface and dumps into Little Pine Creek. What we are proposing is to start here on the southeast part of this exhibit, or the downstream part of the watershed. I had proposed about 3 different scenarios of rebuilding or reconstructing this tile system, and I met with the majority of the benefited acres, landowners representing the majority of the benefited acres a couple months ago, actually before the COVID-19 health emergency, and they chose the option of installing a tile, a 24-inch tile from here at the outlet to Little Pine, traversing across the Gutwein property, and then it changes size and steps down from there. We are not planning to reconstruct this branch here because we feel like it's in decent enough shape that it can be tied in and go ahead and function. The branch, this eastern branch that goes up to the north here, this branch will be replaced and installed as part of the system. Yes.
What's the dark blue line that connects those 2 branches?
The dark blue line that connects,
See what
I'm not
what I'm
sure.
talking about?
This
Right, yeah.
black line here,
Yeah.
that's a parcel line.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, so
Okay.
the Linder family owns this parcel here. Their house sits here, an
Okay.
outbuilding, and then this parcel comes around. It's kind of an odd
Okay.
shaped parcel, but yes,
Okay.
that is a parcel line. Yes. So, and then as the tile goes on, we're going to replace it all the way up to where it stops here, to the upper portion of the watershed, and that's where it would stop. So We will also be removing the existing tile. That's part of the project also, but that's it in a nutshell.
But it's all tile, though, too.
Yes, it's all tile, yes, absolutely, yes.
Okay, any further questions from the board? Public comment? Were there any letters?
We received no letters.
No letters, okay. So we'll give it a few seconds for public comment. We still need to read the findings, don't we? All right, we'll go ahead and proceed with reading the order.
So I recommend the following order. This matter came to be heard upon the reconstruction report and schedule of assessments as prepared by the Tippecanoe County Surveyor and filed on March 26, 2020. The certificate of mailing of notice and time and place of hearing to all affected landowners was filed. Notice of publication of time and place of hearing in the Journal and Courier, Lafayette, Indiana were filed. Objections were not filed. Evidence was presented by the Tippecanoe County Surveyor, and many of those landowners affected were present. A list of those present is filed herewith. After consideration of all the evidence, the board does now find that the reconstruction report of the surveyor and the schedules of assessments as determined by the board have been filed and are available for inspection in the office of the surveyor. Notice of filing of the reconstruction report and the schedule of assessments and their availability for inspection and the time and place of the hearing was mailed to all those landowners affected more than 30 and less than 40 days before the date of this hearing. Notice the time and place of this hearing was given by publication in the Journal and Courier newspaper of general circulation in Tippecanoe County, Indiana, more than 10 days prior to this hearing. The legal drain consists of 0 feet of open ditch, 3,350 lineal feet of 24-inch tile, 1,700 lineal feet of 18-inch tile, 1,400 lineal feet of 15-inch tile, and 1,625 lineal feet of 10-inch tile. The present condition of the ditch is poor and in need of reconstruction. The ditch needs the following reconstruction and maintenance at present: 3,350 lineal feet of 24-inch tile, 1,700 lineal feet of 18-inch tile, 1,400 lineal feet of 15-inch tile, and 1,625 lineal feet of 10-inch tile. There's now $2,900 owed to the general drain fund for past maintenance on this ditch. The ditch drains 393.57 acres total. Estimated cost of reconstruction is $247,775. Estimated annual cost of maintenance is $22,885. Estimated benefits to the land exceed repair and reconstruction costs. A fund for reconstruction and annual maintenance should be established. In order to provide the necessary reconstruction and maintenance, a reconstruction fund should be established at the annual rate of $127 per acre and $50 minimum. And the maintenance fund established at the rate of $7.50 per acre and $25 minimum for an 8-year period as benefited. The schedule of assessments filed herewith should be accepted as presented. The assessment lists filed herewith are fair and equitable and should be adopted. Now, the assessments should be collected with the May 10th, 2021 taxes. Now, therefore, it is ordered that a reconstruction and maintenance fund is established for the Jeremiah Edwards Regulated Drain number 130. The reconstruction fund is established at the annual rate of $127 per acre and $50 minimum, and that the maintenance fund is established at the annual rate of $7.50 per acre and $25 minimum for an 8-year period as benefit. The schedule of assessments for the reconstruction and annual maintenance filed here are adopted and made part hereof, and the first annual assessment shall be collected with the May 10th, 2021 taxes.
Okay, any questions?
Are you looking at bidding this year?
Yes, so actually, Jim Butcher in my office is currently working on finishing the bid docs, hopefully yet today. We intend on, so the estimate is above the 150,000 cutoff line for the need per drainage statute to publicly bid the job. So we will be, Brenda and I will be discussing getting advertising and everything done for public bid. So this will go out for public bid very soon. I would anticipate having this back to the Drainage Board at the June meeting so that we can open and award it at that time.
So it could be done yet this year.
Yes, I fully anticipate, yeah, I'm sorry, yes. I fully anticipate it being done this year. This, and Mr. Kirker can confirm this, but the landowners in that area understand that the lower portion of this watershed, the soil is of peat material, and it is best suited for summer construction. Mr. Kirker's shaking his head and said definitely. So yes, we want to do that.
All right, and any public comment?
Good morning. Nathan Linder from YouTube asks, does this include work on a tile to the west of our house?
Yes. Yes, Nathan, it would. This is all inclusive. We will bid the entire job out all as one project, so yes.
Any other public comment?
Mr. President, I move we approve the findings in order.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for the approval of this. Any additional comments? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That motion passes. All right, I'll take that final motion.
Move to adjourn.
All right, we're adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
I think I have.
Kenny, thanks for coming.
To sign.